Hello friends, my name is Omen Cloud. I upload daily Bazaar gameplay videos to my YouTube channel, playing as Vanessa. It is, I think I'm 2 wins, 2 10-pieces away from Legend. I'm so close. There's a few days left. Really just trying to get over that hump and get to Legend, which will feel very satisfying. None of these are very good. You have interesting synergy with a burn build actually. A slow Vanessa build. I think that's interesting enough to justify it. Because you would charge Lighthouse, then Lighthouse would charge you. These are all bad options. We already have a friend. Just gonna take the small silver tier item here. It's a terrible one. And let's go for, I guess, Lang John. So yeah, I've been playing a little bit off stream as Vanessa, who I still think is the best way to climb the ladder. Had a few super easy 10-piece weapon wins, pretty uneventful. A couple of funner runs, but yeah, managed to climb up the ranks a little bit off camera. And now trying to put together a run that both improves my rank hopefully and is somewhat entertaining more so than just a weapon spam build that we've all seen 100 times before. So let's see how we go. I feel like reaching Legend in the Bazaar is not... I'm probably making it out to be a bigger achievement than it actually is. I definitely don't think it's this huge achievement. And to some extent, it's mostly reflective of the amount of time you've played more so than skill. You can get to Legend with a relatively low win rate if you just pump in the hours. But I mean, I feel like I've had a pretty good win rate this season. I think I'm at about 30%, I think, with 30% 10-piece win rate with both Vanessa and Pig, who are the only characters I've played as. And I still feel like I've had to play a lot to get to Legend. You really do have to play a lot in this game to get to Legend. But that's okay. It would be nice if they had a way of... a way so that you kept at least a little bit of your rank from season to season. I know there's potential inflation or deflation, one of them, issues with that, but it would be... This is ridiculous dually for day one, by the way. I think we got very, very unlucky here. I think we beat most builds today. But yeah, that's just pure cancer dually day one. So yeah, I don't think that Legend is this huge achievement, but still want to make it there. I think there's 3 or 4 days left of the season still, so I will make it there, but would prefer to do it sooner rather than later. Definitely taking you for in the bag. Potential pivots open, especially with Silencer. Single weapons Orchid. Don't think it really works too well. We really do look like we're set up for a slow Vanessa build. Burn skill would be nice early on. Failing that, I think I'll take Artillery Spotter, given that it looks like there's a maybe pivot to single weapon on here. Considering whether we put it all out now, but I think this is a bit better. And with very little money, I'm just going to take the Seaweed improvement? I think I'm actually going to take the regen. Pretty sure we can take on the Scrapper. And hopefully that means we then see Tiny Furry Creature, whatever it's called, and with a friend we can get to level 3 today. Really important. Day 1 and 2, nearly always you want to be fighting Rogue Scrapper, you want to be getting a friend or a toy, and you want to be getting the XP from the Tiny Furry Creature, and that allows you to get to level 3 by the end of day 2, which is a huge advantage over other players. It's kind of unfortunate that day 1 and 2 have kind of led into that meta a little bit. I think they might look to change that in the future, like they did. They changed it so day 1 is no longer kind of super set out what you have to do. I think they'll probably do something similar with the way it's set up with day 2 at the moment. Not who we wanted to see, but we'll take you. So it looks like we're leaning into you're just so bad. More of an aquatic build here. In which case we probably want Chum. Sting is just so bad, even though it's a little bit of slow synergy. And the reroll is just so slow, so expensive. even though we still do need more items when our board expands. There's our guy. So our board does expand. We're not going to be getting artillery spotter, but that's more skill for the future. I think we'll play silencer to reduce your cooldown, maybe? Or maybe we play it like that. Little bit of lifesteal. Only one thing buffing jellyfish is a bit unfortunate, but I still think this is the right order. Yeah, it's a bit scuffed, but what a weird build. This'll do. This'll do. Just take a bronze item. No disconnect issues so far, which is extraordinary for the Bazaar. This has to have some of the worst servers I've ever seen for an online game. It's been an absolute disaster lately. Not sure if anyone saw the Librarian's video clip about Northern Lion's constant disconnects in the Bazaar, but it was very, very good. Very, very funny. So this is a weapon spam Vanessa. You hate to see right-handed, and you hate to see silver shark claws. But we have a tiny bit of survivability. Yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near enough, I don't think. Oh, no, it's not going to be enough. Unlucky first two fights, I'd say. Even though we don't have an amazing board, I would have fancied us to take one out of the first two. Oh well. The options for the build are pivoting to single weapon, or making heavy Zorkid work in a slow burn build with Lighthouse and the like. This doesn't push us either way. And this is just useless. Not interested in Gold Chong.
Neither wealthy nor wise, huh?
Bit of a directionless build. Let's have a look at weapons. They might convince us. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. So no matter what Zorkid's getting dropped, we don't have much to go with the flagship. Is this an Eels build? The advantage of Eels is that it also can keep the option open of going into the slow burn pivot, because it actually works kind of well with that. So I think we do want Eels, in which case you're gone and you're gone. I think we take Eels over flagship. We also ran a flagship build quite recently, so fun to do something a bit different. And then we want to play you probably like this. And we want to hang on to Zorkid. We're benefiting from artillery spotter, yeah? Now? Yeah. We'd love to see some B1, B2 action. We can definitely take you. Right? Yeah. Yeah! And we'd love to see rigged. Eels are a meta call. They're so strong against builds that have things that go off super quickly. They tend to be outclassed by weapon spam Vanessa though, is the unfortunate thing. I think ultimately the survivability from them just usually isn't quite enough to get over the line. At least at this stage against a weapon spam Vanessa. Unless you kind of have some more defense to go along with them, certainly more than Seaweed. But they work really well against Bugdooly. And they upgrade really well into the late game. And they keep our options open a little bit, and we got the best skill from that fight, so can't complain about how things are going. Just take a freebie. You're an interesting chap. You're an interesting lad. We've had a run with you. But you don't work with single weapon, unfortunately. Definitely upgrading. Choice between Silencer and Crow's Nest. I think we go Silencer. Although Silencer's cheaper to buy and upgrade for. Actually gonna go Crow's Nest. Still want to see a B1, B2 for Silencer. Need to fill out our board, hopefully. Monkey. We probably want Monkey. So we need to make up 3 gold. You're gone, and you're gone. You're hanging on by a thread, brother. Hanging on in case we find a lighthouse and decide to make the pivot. But Orange Julian is a good get, albeit wish I got him earlier. Still only 5 weapons. So yeah, we match up really poorly against Pig, unless it's that is a cursed name. I don't know what it's getting at, but whatever it is, it's cursed. Yeah, Burn Pig is bad news. Although they haven't really gone off the ground. Maybe we're okay. Our Monkey is doing very little, let's be honest. Buffing by 10 every 10 seconds. It's awful. They're getting an awful lot of regen is the concern. Probably too much regen, I think. Because we're scaling so little with Julian. Maybe if we get lucky in timing, we can win in the Sandstorm? I think their regen is too much, so we're going to lose again. We really have got a little bit unlucky with our matchups. I think we're actually in a decent spot here, but having lost the first 3 puts us in a really hard position because when I say in a decent spot, we have a decent board. But it's just not coming together at the moment. Me when I have bad sex. No. No. Never mind that. How can there be nothing good here? Could try hasting the eels, but then we have to get rid of monkey. No, just nothing good. I'm having immediate regrets. The build does get so much better once you upgrade eels though, and once you find a way to put a bit more damage on it. And hopefully we can still find a B1, B2 to get silenced off the ground. And we got a flex spot with seaweed and monkey scaling. Let's not get too down on this quite yet. And eventually you're going to run into Bug Dually. If we lose to Bug Dually with eels, I'm just resigning. It's just too sad. This is supposed to be the Bug Dually counter.
You're tougher than you look.
This item is just such a nothing item. I would love if they buffed some of the items that you just never use. I think we go against you for the chance of upgrading our crow's nest. It's all we really care about, but that would be a huge upgrade for us, so I think it's worth it. This guy needs a buff. Such a weird build to have both Powder Flask and Cannonball. This got changed. It used to be a shield potion that made him a bit more difficult, but they changed shield potion to this invulnerability potion. And yeah, now he's just a sad state of affairs. If I saw a Lighthouse, I think I'd play it instead of Julian and Seaweed, which aren't doing a huge amount. Lighthouse plus Eels plus Crow's Nest could be a really cool combination. Not sure how well it would work.
Rally men, blades to the wind.
We need to see a weapon skill here. We need either left or right-handed, please. That's actually better than left or right-handed, I think. Oh, maybe marginally worse. But anyway, that's a bit more damage, which is exactly what we needed. We could use some haste, brother, but I think we'll take non-weapon. Shot glasses, do we keep in the bag in case we get Lighthouse? Don't think so. I really like the shot glass item. I saw there was a thread of everyone talking down on the... You're an interesting chap. I think we play you over Julian. For the time being. We'll keep you in the bag. But hasting the eels has to be good. Yeah, everyone was talking down the shot glass. I think it's great design. It's flavorful, it fits in well with multiple builds. It's obviously designed to work in a slow build, but can also work with Arbalest haste builds. Like, just a really strong, fun, flavorful item. I don't think it's too strong. Surprised people have taken against it so much. Another meat name. What is going on? Enough meat, brothers. Meat Boy 69 has to be one of the worst names I've ever heard. But anyway, we'll see. I think with their katana going off so quickly, that's actually good for us. So I think we're fine. So we finally get a win. I don't think I could have lived with myself if I lost to Meat Boy 69. Looking for a silence upgrade still. B1, B2 have to show up at some point, right? Right? You're so expensive. But you do have Captain's Wheel, which I take over the boots. Captain's Wheel. Ah, there you go. Calling your shot, baby. That works out very well. So you can stay there, and then we can change you into Orange Julian later. Seaweed is still very much a flex spot. You're an interesting one. What I really want to see is the piano. Is it the piano? No. Maybe? I feel like there's one of the new items that goes really well with eels. Oh, the card table. The one that gives everyone, your friends, multicast. That could work really well. Yeah, I think this still doesn't work. It's just a really bad item.
Buy a weapon instead.
And then I think we take you. Do we take you? I think we take you. Yeah, so we'd love to see the card table card, which would then give our eels multicast, which would be really cool. Against this lad, we would like to see the cloak, or your crit skill, or your talisman, or failing that, we'll settle for the boots. I feel like this fight has gone on too long for comfort. Why is this taking so long? Please finish him. Okay, thank goodness. I guess he didn't have many active items, so our eels weren't going off very often. Alright, we did get the rocket boots, so we're going to have the world's fastest captain's wheel. Hastening for 3 seconds even at silver is pretty good. Take loot. Sharpening stone. That's a good one. So that compensates for B1, B2. Definitely take that upgrade. I feel like we're improving a bit here. Are there any mediums we want? Not really. Oh, the card table. Can the card table appear at silver?
Welcome in, huh?
Not 100% sure.
Get you?
I mean, we have to take the upgrade, I suppose.
Bring it back. I want you to be happy.
There it is. Hello. Hello, my friend.
Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your
I think you play it like this, right? Yeah, I mean, that's just better than Silencer. Much better than Silencer. Could play Silencer instead of Wheel, but then I feel like the haste on both of them is pretty good. We also guarantee hasting 2 out of 3 with Rigged. Yeah, I feel like that was good for us. So yeah, this is a really cool interaction. So the idea is card table will be giving eels multicast hopefully twice throughout the fight, so eels will end up on 3 multicast. We need to survive early though, because the build does, even with Rigged, the build takes a little while to get online. But this looks like a weapon spam Vanessa. It's an elemental depth charge Vanessa, yeah. So that should be okay because you can't freeze our eels. So as long as we get some multicast out early, which it looks like we have, it's already on 2. Now it's on 3, so we should be fine, even with the barrel. So yeah, you can see how effective this build is. Cool. I'm happy with how this has come together. I wanted a new item build, and I think this pretty much qualifies as our new item build. I think this is almost our live and die board now. Although we have some stuff that could make a case for coming on the board later, but for the time being, this looks great. Really cool synergy here, and that's a fantastic upgrade. You're gone?
This is a gift at any price.
Fantastic upgrade. And now we just need to find ways of improving Eel's damage. It's charging really fast, it's getting multicast. If we can put some damage on it as well, that's fantastic. And I guess upgrading Crow's Nest would be nice as well. I'm pretty sure we can take on anyone including Infernal. Trying to think of... The risk is people that don't have many active items, but yeah, this should be fine. Even without that many active items, it's still super nasty once it's got the multicast online. Like you can see now, it's already up to 3 multicast, hitting 3 times, and it's actually going to get to 4 here, which is pretty remarkable. So long as we can put some damage onto it, that gets really nasty. That's serious scaling. Great skill to get. And then we upgrade. You are a good upgrade for us because I think you only increase your cooldown by 3 seconds. So you're a really good upgrade, but I think it has to be Crow's Nest still for the increased crit. Because crit scales kind of well with multicast as well. We can take on absolutely anyone, so we'd love a fight. Could we take on the Lich? I'd probably give it a shot, to be honest, with this board. But maybe not. You never really know. But we're really, really nasty, in case you can't tell. Really, really nasty. Some early losses, which are a shame, but with some good enchants and some good scaling on the eels, we're really in with a chance to take this one to the late game. Definitely taking buff to damage. And we would love to get a skill that keeps the eels hasted rather than relying on the captain's wheel, because that would then free up some board space. But to be honest, the captain's wheel is doing a pretty good job with the card table next to it as well. Don't see us losing to this. Your weapon spam is going to be used against you, my friend. Yeah, look at how nasty that is. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Pew, 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 pew. Problem is we're going to stall a little bit until we get our enchant, I think, because there's just so few ways of us upgrading. So we want to get good skills and we want to save some money, maybe? Maybe. 8 damage is not insignificant, to be honest. It's an expensive reroll. Could be a complete whiff. I'm just going to take the 8 damage. I'm not sure about that one. Definitely can make a case for re-rolling there. Because there's some super high roll skills we get as well. But just going to take some options here that don't involve us going to shops if we can, although these are all terrible and nothing we want to enchant.
Come on in.
Look to save up some money.
Don't buy, as long as we get to hang out.
And we'll take on pretty much any fight. Even if you don't charge our items much. The scaling with card table is just so nasty. 2 multicast already, about to be 3 multicast. Oh, it's beautiful. It's such great synergy. Do love a board that is just clean and works together so nicely. Got great skills for it. All our skills are doing something. So a skill upgrade would be a great option to see on the board. Docks, I suppose. Do I just take the extra XP? I think I'm just going to take the extra XP. Definitely loot. Sharpening stone one time. Never sharpening stone. B1, B2, we don't need you. No weapons that we want other than gold eels, which are very unlikely. But I'll have a look.
I'm finished with fighting.
In fact, even can they appear today? That's a cool double barrel. That's a very cool weapon. Someone else would be very happy to see that, not me. So even though you look nasty, I just don't see how we lose to a Vanessa. Famous last words. Maybe it's some busted one weapon build. But I think this, which looks like it does things very quickly. Yeah, there's just no way, brother. There's no way you beat us. Even with your elemental depth charge, because by the time your depth charge goes off, we're onto 3 multicast and you don't freeze the eel, so there's just no chance at all. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. We're going to hate to see coming up against pigs. Going to hate to see once we start coming up against late game pigs, we fare quite poorly against, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. Let's take a look, looking for card table upgrade. No such luck.
I feel like you're not being fully present.
This is a cool item. The new Vanessa items overall have been a little underwhelming. Definitely a little underwhelming. Could be strong in the future once there's more friends synergy. Got to go U for your skill and cooldown options. But some of them are really cool. You can get piano working in a pufferfish build that becomes really, really cool. I love the flavor of that card as well. And you can get card table working really well with electric eels. So they kind of need things specific to be working at the moment, but they can work. And I see them having potential in the future. It's always the plumage. It's always plumage. With a bit of money, I think we take a look here. There's some upgrades. Yeah, that's the really cool piano. Piano and card table could probably do some cool stuff as well, but not what we're doing for. So now we just need a good enchant. That's probably good enough to take, to be honest. That's probably good enough to take. Would prefer obsidian, shiny, burn, but you're better than everything else, I think. Maybe haste could work and we could get rid of the wheel. Would prefer crit because then you put on crow's nest. But there's low rolls as well, like slow is a huge low roll, shield is a low roll, heal is a low roll. I think I'm going to take poison. It's probably right in the middle of what we want. There's definitely a chance we end up overriding this, but I'm okay with that. I don't think any of our other items are particularly good recipients of enchant effects. Other than, of course, you're an interesting lad. Not the enchant, just for the effect, but not. I'm determined to get the card table build working here, which it already kind of is. Yeah, look, the poison probably maybe could have made a case for re-rolling that. Just thinking. It's decent, but there were much better options. We should be able to win this, no problem. I wonder how card table enchants actually. It's probably relatively underwhelming. My guess is it's just whenever it goes off it does something, but maybe it's something cool like giving your friends other effects, which would be more flavoursome. Flavorful? Yeah, Obsidian enchant would have been amazing. Oh well. Not really looking for any smalls. Skills? Let's take gumballs. Gumballs are a way that we upgrade as well. Not with those ones, they were terrible. But any damage that we put on our eels has a multiplicative effect with card table. They were some good gumballs. Let's just take the XP. And exposing toxins would be amazing. You'd love to see that. But yeah, with how quickly card table goes off, procs twice pretty quickly. And once you're up to 3 times multicast on eels, that is truly nasty. So the upgrade to card tables that at 2nd and 3rd procs are faster would be definitely nice. Not essential though, I'd say. The essential upgrade is to eels still. Poison skills are tempting now we put poison on the eels, but I feel like Vanessa has some great skills for this build.
That bluster, she just leaves.
Plus 25 damage is great. I think we just take that. Eels are definitely aquatic. Yeah. 25 damage is, you can't say no to. It's not game changing. I'm going to pay for the health because we have very little to do with our money at this stage. Julian and Silencer I just don't think are coming out on the board, but we will hold on to them for the time being. The board is pretty set. Don't see how we lose to a Vanessa, but who knows?
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
It is a Mad Max skin, but they are facing the wrong way, which I feel like gives us the edge. You hate to see Neophiliac. Oh, you hate to see a 1-tap, but we survive 1-tap even with crit. So we should be fine because of that. 1-tap is definitely our weakest build that or our worst build to come up against, but even then, we're fine. They had other active items which hurt them. If it was just Langzhon, we might have been in a bit of trouble there with our eels going so much slower, but even without charging, they're not the slowest item in the world, now that they're next to Captain's Wheel. We'll have a dig, I think, partly just because it could be good econ.
Need some work.
I mean, we have to do Dragon Tooth, don't we? We have to do Dragon Tooth for the AI fights.
The Cretaceous era?
It makes it all a bit annoying, but the scaling is really good. And then we take Feather, because reducing cooldown on everything is great for us.
Full sail, my boy.
And then we take Loot. Fantastic. Tempting to put it on Card Room, to be honest, but let's put it on you instead. And now we have to fight someone that we know we can beat with Dragon Tooth. Oh, Dragon Tooth ruins a crow's nest as well, actually. So maybe you play it like this. I still think we're strong enough to beat most AI here. And given that your skill, although we're not really using small items, we might lose to Awakened District, is my concern with this build. So I think I'd rather take on the Trash Titan, who I'm pretty sure we beat even with the Dragon Tooth. And we get a bit of scaling out of it, which is really nice. Sacrificing a little bit of XP, I think I would have taken on the Awakened Guardian otherwise. Maybe we would have been fine, to be honest, looking at how nasty that was. But don't want to risk losing, and definitely want the Dragon Tooth scaling. It's a really great item.
Got our flags up.
It's better with a wider board, but even with what we're doing here, because every bit of damage is so nice for us with the multicast, that's a phenomenal get for that exact reason. And another fight is fantastic as well, unless it's a really tough one, which it's not. we can put it out like so. And get extra scaling still. Beautiful. Beautiful. I assume destroy an item means destroy an opponent's item, not destroy your own item. Yeah, you destroyed the dragon's tooth. So that would be a fun skill to get. We block strength, so it's either Ravenous or a Fang.
Spineless as a
It's a Fang, you're slow. I don't think that's tempting enough to transform, especially with how set our build is. Pig, you hate to see Pig. You hate to see Pig. Surely it's too soon for them to be too busted, and we still don't go down to lethal. They're on lethal.
I may be young for a captain,
How are they on
but I've
lethal?
seen my share of
They
trouble.
started off strong and they've been losing late. That's good. What are you doing, brother? You're a sniper rifle pig? I think we should be fine, because we win even if you crit. Although you scale with Jim. You're pretty nasty, brother. You're pretty nasty. You're gonna beat me, you piece. Sniper rifle pig with incredibly busted skills and freeze on the eels. Ah, that's a rough loss.
Ride that tide!
But we get the upgrade. Now you charge very, very quickly.
Inspire the
Now we really want to get card table upgraded. Love putting together a card table build though, especially just to show that it really can work. Take more chocolate with the fact that we have pretty much nothing else to spend gold on. I guess I should have, never mind. I was going to say I should have been putting Julian out with Dragon Tooth, which I definitely should have, but it doesn't matter at all. There's just nothing I care about here. They were awful picks. What do we want here? That's probably better actually. Oh, let's just play it like this. Oh no, but you can take the multicast from card table, so you're gone. You never make it onto the board. This is better. Voidy. If you destroy our eels, we're very sad. Very, very sad. I think you possibly could win if you destroy our eels. So I think we take the Titan. If we get Juggler, maybe we have to rethink the build a little bit. And what do we really want our second enchant to be crit, ideally. If it's crit, we put on Crow's Nest. If it's Obsidian or Shiny, we overwrite Eels.
Not even the
Otherwise, we get to the point where we have to look up card table and wheel enchants. You can't sell me my
Who
table.
I am does not matter. The Bazaar.
Now,
The level
this
is nice.
how you win the war.
Yes, some good options here. Weapon, haste and charge. These are all good. Think I'm going to take a look at haste and charge.
I'm not a fitness trainer.
Low chance of
Trained
whiffing
with
here.
perception of reality.
So you enable haste on them really quickly, but we're already pretty much perma-hasted. It's really charge I'm more interested in. Quick freeze is also good. With how many charge high rolls there are though, I'm gambling. You're decent. Yeah, it has to be Venomous Blade, doesn't it? Has to be Venomous Blade. Which means every time Eel, well, the first 4 times Eel goes, it charges itself 1 second. Streamline Weapon also really good, but I think the charge is more important. It does mean we can't override the enchant on Eels, which is a bit of a shame. There were definitely higher rolls there, but we got a charge skill, which is what we needed. Just helps with the Eels going off so much faster. Hate to see a pig. Definitely hate to see a pig. Hate to see a level 15 pig. Maybe you're a crook pig with a very fast atlatl and we immediately win. That looks like the case. Or you hate to see heavy firepower, but your atlatl's going to go very, very quickly, which means my eels are going to go very, very quickly. So I think we win. Yes, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alright, I feel really invested in this win, in case you can't tell. I really want the card table build to work all the way. I feel like we're not a super, super late build, so I feel like we're not getting to 10 with the early losses, but who knows? You never know. Medium for card table, but I think it has to be skills because there's just some great ones we could get. None of these. These look better. 25 damage is fantastic. Burning every time the eels go is also nice, but I'd rather just take the flat damage. You can be card table.
Here is huge.
Horsey.
It's terrifying.
Never card table.
Try Barcoon. He needs to get his numbers up or something.
I always think I can take this lad, and I never can. I always think I can, and I never can, so I'm not going to make the mistake. We'll go for Trash Time, I think for the 3rd time? Your skill would make me rework the board a little bit, which is annoying. So I don't know why I keep going for it. Look at how cool this is though. The triple casting eel charging itself. It's a thing of beauty.
See that plan?
Rigged gets us off the ground pretty early. Wheel keeps everything perma-hasted. We're honestly a pretty nasty build. Oh, I forgot to play with the Dragon's Tooth. That's a misplay. Missing out on a bit of scaling there. Oh, hooray. Card table gets upgraded. So you now only, you go faster your 2nd and 3rd time, which is great. Poison items, even though we have a poison card, a poison eels, we're not really looking for that. Annoyed about the Dragon's Tooth scaling, but no one to blame but myself. So the damage is really getting up there now. Keep on pumping that HP, brother. Pumping those numbers. Stop giving me pigs! Maybe Ataladdle pig again? I got a bad feeling, brother. Got a bad feeling we're about to either be perma-frozen or be one-tapped. No, it's a fast pig, which is good for us. It's bees. You hate to see bees. We are about to be one-tapped, I think. Oh, not quite, but yeah, effectively one-tapped. I hate this build. Really unfun, badly designed build. But nothing we can do about it. We get another enchant. We might be crashing out at 7, but it is what it is. Heal. I assume that just means we heal when we crit, which is not bad, but I think I'm going to take a random on Crow's Nest for the chance of a high roll with crit. It's just heal. It's always the same, isn't it? It's always the same as the one you passed up. I'm sure it's just confirmation bias, but it really does feel that way. Alright, so we're getting to the point where we're running up into pretty busted builds. I don't think we're getting to 10, but we'll see how we go. It's been super fun regardless, and I think I will upload this because of how fun the card table synergy has been. Not very often you get to see triple casting electric eels. Focus. Every time I think I can take these frozen guys and I can't, and the build is probably relatively poorly designed for it, but I think I'm going to try. If I'm trying Volcus, I'm probably playing Crow's Nest. Let's take Harrow because let's try for your skill. I quite like Assault Focus. Yeah, like when the build works, it just works so well. But as we've seen against B-Pig, it's completely hopeless. Yeah, I think this is good for us. Having said that, it slows down our wheel and card table. I actually don't think I want it, having just said how much I want it. And I want your items going quickly for eels, so maybe I shouldn't have taken that guy, but anyway. I think we'll be taking Crow's Nest to get your crit chance up to 100. And then just take the HP. Definitely want skill upgrades. Don't need more crit, so 5 damage, it is what it is. Dooley, we love to see Dooley instead of Pig, that's for sure.
It makes this more fun.
Should be beating Dooley here. Stupid Blue Beetle can freeze my eels, which is ridiculous. But even with that, with how much our eels are going to be charging, they immediately go to 2 multicast. I think we should be okay. Yeah, just as long as it very occasionally unfreezes, which it was doing. We match up so well against Bug Dually. Oh my goodness, that was satisfying. Oh baby. You love to beat you some Bug Dually. Like that in particular, when it just is so one-sided, it's so satisfying. All we need is 2 more Bug Dualies. Problem is Bug Dualies have probably either got their 10 piece by now or have crashed out by now. We need 2 more matches where we don't see bees. Lord Arkan, I'm pretty sure we can take with Dragon's Tooth like this. Property Baron... No, it didn't have good... I was thinking about here your crit skill, but we don't need more crit. Pretty sure Vanessa has the big gun skill that that doubles the damage of your large items. That would be massive, of course. 3 times multicast with card table, I love it. Interesting, reducing cooldown, but yeah, you're not making the cut. It's going to take a lot to get me off this board.
Don't bother me again until you're serious.
We go for the fences, I think. Don't need more haste, so it's reducing your cooldown. It's good, not amazing. 10% reduced cooldown. You take it. Even without much money, I just want survivability. I think I need 1 more XP to get to the level, which is a bit unfortunate. Don't get it, and don't have enough money to make advantage of gumballs. Take advantage of gumballs, unless we sold out here, which I don't want to do. So I'm just going to take a relax. Vanessa, you love to see. Pretty sure we beat weapon spam unless it's truly nasty. And I'm pretty sure we beat elemental depth charge.
But I've seen my share.
Lose to Boulder in other one-tap builds, maybe? What are you doing? You're an EDC, so we should be fine. You're a very fast EDC, but I think... Oh god, what is happening, brother? Zap, 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 pew, 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 zap, zap, pew, 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 zap, zap, pew, but no! Oh my goodness, they had double proboscis. And they were healing and hitting, and that was craziness. Anyway, 8 wins, very happy with that. It's enough to get me 1 step closer to Legend. I'm so close. Such a fun run. Really love this run with the card table plus Eels pivot. Shame we couldn't quite get there all the way at the end there, but that was a fun last match and a fun run overall, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm a tiny little channel and it helps out a great deal, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.